Hello, I'm Daniel Liang. We will start to introduce generics in chapter 19. What is generics? Generics is the capability to parameterize types. With this capability, you can define a class or a method with generic types that can be substituted using concrete types by the compiler. Why generics? The key benefit of generics is to enable errors to be detected at a compile time rather than at runtime. A generic class or method permits you to specify allowable types of objects that the class or method may work with. If you attempt to use the class or method with an incompatible object, a compile error occurs. Let's look at this example. Generics was introduced with JDK 1.5. Before JDK 1.5, there is no generics. Now, this is the interface comparable defined before JDK 1.5. And this is the interface now comparable with a generic type T and introduced in JDK 1.5. Before JDK 1.5, you can create a comparable object, new date, for example, assign it to a reference variable of comparable type. And now you can compile this code, C dot compare to red. And this is incorrect because C is now a date and cannot be compared with the string red. And the compiler cannot detect it. And this becomes a runtime issue. And in JDK 1.5, you create a date. Now here, C is a date object, a comparable date object. And now C dot compare to red a string, and this will raise a compile error. So the problem can be detected early on when you develop your program, and rather than occur at the runtime. So before JDK 1.5, and this kind of error is a runtime error. And after JDK 1.5, and this is a compile error. And this is better because you can detect the problem early, and so it's not a runtime issue. And your code is more reliable. Now, before JDK 1.5, we have this ArrayList class. It's not generic. In JDK 1.5, we introduced now the generics. Here is the type E. So this E is the data type for the elements you're going to put into the array list. Here's an example. You create an array list, and the element type in the array list is double. So this context can be automatically find by the compiler. So the compiler recognize, and this is double. So you are creating an array list of double elements. And now you can add 5.5 into a list, and 5.5 is automatically wrapped into an object. It is the object here. And now you can add 3.0 into list, and 3.0 is automatically converted to a double object. And list.getZero, so this is return the first element in the list, and now this is double. You can also write here list.get1 like this. It returns a double value. It's a double object, and this is automatically unboxed into a primitive data type value. Thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you on the next video.